We are headed to the weekend, but before we go there, let's take a look at those top stories making headlines in Israel and the region right here on the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks, and brought to you by Lay of the Land. And we begin with news that incoming Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has notified President Herzog that he is able to form a majority coalition government. Now, there are still agreements that are pending. Only one agreement is believed to have been signed. However, it is expected that the government will be formed. Meanwhile, it is also believed that the coalition intends to annex some illegal outposts in the West Bank in a move that could anger the United States government. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is reported to have phoned Benjamin Netanyahu and congratulated him on his election win, and also reminded him of the discussion that they had shortly after that about Israel taking more of a role in supporting Ukraine militarily. Chile's President Gabriel Boric has announced in a party held to celebrate the end of the year with Palestinians that he intends to open up a diplomatic mission in Ramallah. Now, Chile has a diplomatic representative in Ramallah, but not a full embassy. The president said, "We cannot forget a community that is suffering under occupation." Meanwhile, earlier this year, Boric made headlines when he refused to accept the credentials of Israel's ambassador to Santiago. The situation was then rectified after Chile's ambassador to Israel was called in for a reprimand. We now go to Afghanistan in a story that is really, really heart-wrenching because having seen the images, I don't know what to say anymore, and that is the plight of girls and women in Afghanistan. Sadly, the world has turned its focus away from the people of Afghanistan and what they are enduring under the Taliban. Make no mistake, this is not Taliban 2.0. This is the original Taliban that they were warned about, or they warned rather about, as Allied forces pulled out. The Taliban announced yesterday that they would no longer be allowing young women and girls to study at university. This is particularly heartbreaking as many girls had sat for their university entrance exams and now have their dreams, their aspirations, everything taken away from them. In really emotional scenes, young women and girls were seen sobbing their hearts out at the loss of their future. That is not the only ban that the Taliban have instituted. Women and girls are now required to cover themselves from head to toe, including their eyes. They are forbidden to go to the parks, they are forbidden to go to the gyms, and they are forbidden to go anywhere without being chaperoned. It is absolutely devastating. My own personal thought is that maybe Netflix, instead of spending $100 million on a documentary series, and I use that term lightly, on two former royals, maybe could have aided the voice of the women of Afghanistan and Iran. And finally, Sunday, or rather Saturday night, is Christmas Eve, and Sunday will be Christmas in the Holy Land. So how is it celebrated here? Well, as we speak in the wonderful northern city of Haifa, the Festival of Festivals is underway, which brings together three faiths, the three Abrahamic faiths, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Last night, President Herzog helped Christian Arabs ring in Christmas by helping to light the Christmas tree in Jaffa, and the Jewish National Fund, as it does every year, hands out Christmas trees to many Christians around the country who are looking to add them to their homes. We wish our many Christian readers, viewers, supporters, and friends a very happy Christmas. And that's it for today's edition of the Israel Brief. Don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. All our archived material is there. Israel Briefs, articles on a variety of different topics and subjects. We're on Facebook at Lottel Site. If you haven't already joined our growing community, please do so by liking us, following us, sharing our content. We are on YouTube at the Israel Brief. Rather, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button, like, share, and invite your friends too as well. And we're on Twitter at Lay of the Land 5. I'm Rolene Marks, wishing you all a wonderful weekend. Merry Christmas to our Christian viewers. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Chanukah Sameach to our Jewish supporters, friends, viewers, and readers. And I'll see you again on Monday.